Hi everyone, welcome to my live creative time today. My name's Mandy Witherby from Mandy's Papercraft Creations and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Welcome to another week of creativity. We are going to be playing today with some brand new products to create a beautiful Christmas card. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope you are looking forward to sharing in that with me as well. Let me just adjust this camera. I've not quite got that right today. There we go. Hopefully that's a bit better. So how is everyone today? Are you all good? Did you have a great weekend? We had a busy one. Now, as we are waiting for everyone to find their notifications that I've gone live, I'm just going to bring up this live feed on my other devices and just going to plug in my cord. I just realized I had it plugged into the wrong device. So I better plug that into my phone. There we go. Plug that in there so you don't all lose me. Okay, now let's bring this up on my other devices so I can see everybody's beautiful comments. Okay. All right, there we go. So iPad is all good. Let's just adjust the computer over here and get the right screen happening. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? Okay. And a few extra clicks today. I had to close down several pages, but we are getting there. So as you're jumping on, say hi. Let me know that you are here. Feel free to chat with me, craft along with me. There we go. Awesome. Everything all set up. Great. Yes, so feel free to chat along with me, craft with me today. What was I going to say? I was going to say, let me know what you're working on today. That's what I was going to say. If you are crafting along with me, let me know what you are crafting on today. Whether or not that is a card, a scrapbooking layout, perhaps you do some other types of craft. Let me know what you are making. So it's always lots of fun to see what others are, or to hear about what others are creating. I love to hear about everyone's creativity. Hi Leslie, how are you? Great to have you here. Thanks for joining us. So we had a really busy weekend. Saturday, I had my big retired products sale, which was awesome. And I've still been getting, even today, camera's still not right. Even today, I've still been getting messages looking for particular retired products, which has been great. So I still have all of my products out. I haven't packed them away yet. So if anybody is looking for something, please feel free to let me know and I can check to see if I've got it in my stash. I can send you photos. But yeah, just send me a private message to let me know what you are looking for. Don't comment with, if you are looking for retired stuff, don't comment with what you're looking for here on the video, because I most likely won't see it. Sometimes Facebook doesn't show me all of the comments if people post either when I'm live or on the replay, so I don't want to miss it. So just make sure that you do send me a private message, either via my personal profile or via my business profile. You can you can send me a message there, and I can have a look for you. But I've got lots and lots still left over, so lots of bundles, lots of standalone stamp sets, heaps of ribbons. The ribbons didn't even get touched. I've got so many ribbons in all the beautiful colors. I've got some coloring tools, some retired ink pads, dies, embossing folders, punches, all the things. Paper, of course, so much paper. Some cardstock, although I've had some more requests for cardstock today, so some more of that will be going. But yeah, so much stuff. So I need to make room. Hey Julie, how you going? Great to have you here today. So that was Saturday, so that was a big day. And then yesterday it was my husband's birthday, so we didn't do too much during the day. He wanted to do some gardening and things, so he went and did that, and I did a little bit of work, did some more retired sales, and Amber made some cakes in the evening, and then our family came over and we had pizza and cake for his birthday. That was his request. So yeah, so we had a lovely family evening together, and presents, of course. So yeah, so he enjoyed his birthday, and he loves his gardening. Even for Father's Day, when we said, what do you want to do for Father's Day? Do you want to do this? We can go and do this. We can go and do that. He's like, no, I just want to do some gardening. So I'm like, okay, if that's what you want to do, good. He loves it. It's his relaxation time. So he's always enjoyed gardening. And he's preparing the veggie garden for our summer crops to be planted in the next couple of weeks when we're getting a little bit more sun on our veggie garden. The position of it, we don't get much sun through the winter, so we can only sort of grow our fruit trees because they're much bigger, so they still get the sun, but the lower ground stuff doesn't get any sun during the winter. But come summer, we'll have all the summer crops, so that'll be awesome. All right, well, let me know something that you did on the weekend. Share with me in the comments something that you did. I love to hear about what you've all been up to as well. Oh, thanks, Julie. I'll pass that on to John, that you wished him a happy birthday. Thank you. Yeah, so let me know something you did on the weekend. If you did something interesting, or were you just at home for the weekend? Did you get some crafting done? Perhaps you did some. I know in the local area there was a lot of activities happening over the weekend. There was Relay for Life. There was a festival as well down in near the Nepean River. I was hearing about different things that were happening over the weekend, different events. So let me know something that you did. Oh, bonjour, Fran. Thank you so much for joining us. Lovely to have you with us all the way from France. It is France, isn't it? It's France. You're not, or are you Canadian French? I'm pretty sure you're from France. I think I've asked that before, but correct me if I'm wrong. It's lovely to have you with us. Lovely to have our international friends come and join us from across the ocean. That's always very exciting. All right, well, while I'm waiting for you to chat with me about what you did, you might notice the colors that I'm wearing today, the red and the greens, because we're going to be making a beautiful Christmas card today. So I thought that I nearly was going to wear one of my Christmas brooches today, but I was like, it's September. Is it too early to start wearing my Christmas brooches? But I thought, you know what? We are making a Christmas card today. But then I thought, well, hang on, I've got some other red and green brooches and earrings. So I thought that I would coordinate them today to be in the color scheme of what we are creating. And my white shirt, of course, because, you know, we've got white in the DSP as well. So, yeah. Now, what was the other thing I was going to say? There was something else I was going to say, and it's gone. I've had so much in my brain lately. My goodness, so many things. It's been hard to keep up with myself. I was telling someone the other day that September is always, well, actually, I was writing it in my newsletter. Do you get my newsletter? You can subscribe to my newsletter if you aren't already subscribed, if you'd like to keep up to date with all of the latest Stampin' Up! News, all the sales and promotions and the specials, get some great bargains. I also advertise my classes there for those who are in Australia who are subscribed to my newsletter. And my weekly creative inspiration. I put tips and tricks on there, and all different sorts of things, But you can subscribe. So if you go to my blog, oh, you're probably going to see that back to front because of the camera. But you'll see it when I put it down on the desk. Anyway, it's Mandy's Papercraft Creations at, .blogspot.com. And there is a button there that you can click on to subscribe to my newsletter if you are not already subscribed. And you can unsubscribe at any time too if you decide that it's not for you. So definitely feel free to come and check that out. But anyway, what I was saying is September. is such a busy month for us. There is so much happening in September. So it's, yeah. And then before we know it, Christmas is going to be here. I was having that discussion with somebody earlier today, that, yeah, it's the 15th today of September, 15th of September, 2025. We are already halfway through September. Where did that go? Where's the year gone? Before we know it, it is going to be Christmas. So hands up who started their Christmas cards yet? Hands up in the chat. Let me know if you have started your Christmas cards yet. Julie said it was Jake's friend's birthday, so they had a little get together on Saturday morning. Then we went to my parents because it was my dad's birthday on Thursday. Then Sunday afternoon we had Jake's soccer presentation. Oh, fantastic. Sounds like a wonderful weekend, but a very busy one. Lots of great things happening. Oh, soccer presentations. I remember those days when my Jake was playing soccer. And especially when he was little, presentation days were always so much fun. So, oh, that's great. Sounds like you've had a fantastic weekend, Julie. Awesome. All right. So while you are all still chatting with me, let me tell you a couple of things that are coming up before we jump into what we are doing today. And I have got a special for you this week. It's a personal special, a personal promotion of something very special. So I'll tell you about that in a moment, but let me remind you, you might have missed this last week, but Stampin' Up have released a brand new kit. It's called the Handmade and Heartfelt Kit. Actually, they released two kits. The other one is a Christmas card making kit with some of the what we like to call a rusty Holden Ute. Well, they weren't really rusty ones, but rustic Holden Utes, or in America, I think you call them pickup trucks. Really, really cute. I do have that kit, and I nearly was going to use that one today, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to save that one, and we'll do that in a coming live in the next few weeks. But I wanted to talk about this one first. It's not what we're creating today, but I wanted to talk about this one. The Handmade and Heartfelt Kit. This is beautiful. So this kit is available now. It makes 10 cards, plus you get this awesome card organizer, which is a solid cardboard. It's I don't know if you can see that. It's got a lovely print on it that you can organize all of your cards and your envelopes and everything. There's a little slot in there as well to put your pens, so you can store your pens there. And you can have that on your desk or on your table or wherever you like to keep your stationery, and have your cards there ready to go. So when you need a card for somebody, you have them all there ready, and you can just quickly grab one, grab an envelope, write on the card, address the envelope, pop a stamp on, and there you go, all done. So there's 5 different designs in this kit, and you get enough products to make 2 of each project. So in the kit, you also get a stamp set, a little ink spot. So they're the little square ink pads. You get adhesives, and you get some twine. You get the bling. You get all the stuff to make the cards. The envelopes. The envelopes are usually printed. These ones you can see are a pretty color there. They printed with the design. I do have this, but I haven't opened the kit yet. So it only just came last week, but I haven't opened it yet. Yeah, they are printed envelopes as well, so they're really pretty. So this kit is available now. This kit, Stampin' Up are putting on a special event on the 4th, Saturday the 4th of October. Is that right? Yes, Saturday the 4th. I keep forgetting what date that's on. Saturday the 4th of October, Stampin' Up are putting on a special event using this kit. Now, because that is World Card Making Day, so it's a World Card Making Day event, it is a free event to register. If you would like to watch it online, you are free to do that through the online store. You can go to my online store, or you can go, if you have your own demonstrator, you can go to their online store, or if you are a demonstrator yourself, you can actually register through the demonstrator website. And they're going to be using this kit. They're also going to be showing some other things and tips and tricks and all sorts of things during that video, which is going to start at 2 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time for those here in Australia. You'll need to check the time and dates if you're not in Australia, for your area, your country. But all the information is there. You just need to click on the little see more button on the website, and it'll tell you all the information. So that is a free event to attend. The kit you purchase separately if you want to create along with the video and create the kit. However, I myself am having an event for World Card Making Day. Now this one I haven't printed back to front, but I will put it down on the desk so that you can read it properly. But on that same day, I'm having an event from 1:30 till 4 o'clock to celebrate World Card Making Day. We are going to be creating the same kit, but we're going to have a lot of extra time. Plus, of course, if you come to my events, you have the lovely, beautiful community of all of my lovely ladies that come along to my classes. And we'll have a yummy afternoon tea together as well. We'll have a fun time of catching up and chatting and crafting, of course. Now, the kit and the projects are built into that class, but there are two options. There's an option to just create one of each of the cards, or there is an option to get the entire kit with all of the bits and pieces. But all the information is in my registration link. The registration is going to be closing on the 17th, so that is this Wednesday. The registration is closing at 9 p.m. on the 17th. If you would like to come, you can go to mandywitherby.stampinup.net to register there. You'll see all my events in my events calendar. Now, I will put the link in the description of my YouTube video. So all of my links go into my YouTube video description. And thank you to everyone watching back on the replay on YouTube and also here on Facebook. And for my Facebook viewers, I will pop the link for my World Card Making Day event in the comments for you right now. So let me go and grab that. Nope, not that one. That one. World Card Making Day. There we go. There we have it. Oh, where's my keyboard? I've buried my keyboard under all my papers here. Let me grab that. All right. And I'll pop that in there. So as I said, you can watch the event at home on your own. If you're not out, if you can't get out, or you've got other things happening. If you do register for the online event that Stampin' Up are putting up, you will have the option of watching the replay at any time. So if you register and you're not available to watch at the time when they go live, you'll be able to watch the replay. So definitely do that, because that is free. So even if you're coming to my class, you can still register for the free the free Stampin' Up event as well. And it's a great idea to do that, because they've also said that anyone that registers for that event will be given a little gift after the event. So don't know what that is. They haven't revealed that even to us yet. But it'll be something great, and then we can watch the replay as well. So definitely do that. But yes, if you'd like to come to my event does include product. So there will be a fee for that as well. And we will be joining in with that live video as well. We'll be watching that as we create, but then we'll also have additional time as well. All right. Leslie says no Christmas cards yet, but definitely on her mind. Yes. Great. Good, good. Yes, time is marching on. So definitely check out World Card Making Day. I still have seats available at my event. It is going to be held on Saturday, the 4th of October, 2025. And we would love to have you come along. So come and join us. All right. So that is happening. Now, for my special, wait, let me just take a sip. I feel like I've been talking a million miles an hour. I need to take a breath. I need to have a sip of my chai. Have you all got your cuppas today? What are you all drinking today? I've got a yummy milky chai latte. Milk probably isn't really the best thing to have when I'm going to be talking so much. I mean, it is lactose free, so should be okay. But they say, you know, well, I'm not singing, but they say when you're singing, you shouldn't have dairy and you shouldn't have this, that, and the other, because it can chunk up your vocal cords. So we'll see how we go today. but I felt like a chai, and it's my favorite. All right, do you want to hear about my special I've got this week? So I have got an awesome special this week. I have a flyer here. It is going to be back to front if I hold it up to the camera, because I didn't print one back to front so that you see it round the right way. When I tip the camera down, you will see it round the right way. But today we're going to be again using, hang on a sec, let me grab it. We are going to be creating a fun fold card today. So fun fold cards are always fun. So we're going to be doing a very easy fun fold card that anyone can do. You just need the measurements. It's very easy. Okay, even if you don't have the measurements, you can work it out. Okay, but we are going to be using the Traditions of Christmas suite again today. This gorgeous one, because we used it last week. Everybody loved the card that I created last week using this beautiful suite of products, and some of these products are going to form part of my special for this week. So I've got a special for you all. So when you shop with me this week between today, Monday the 15th, and Friday the 19th, if you purchase one of the bundles that we're going to be using today, so we've got two bundles. We've got the Christmas greetings, which we're going to be using today, and we've got the traditional labels bundle, which we're also going to be using today. If you purchase either of those this week between Monday and Friday, I'm going to give you for free a quarter pack of the beautiful Traditions of Christmas designer series paper, which we'll have a closer look at when I put the camera down on the desk, and you can see I've been using this. And so that's gift number one. Gift number two, if you purchase both of these bundles, okay, so if you purchase both of these bundles, you'll get the quarter pack of DSP, and you're also going to get, as a gift from me, a full pack of the beautiful Traditions of Christmas, traditional sparkling sequins. You'll get those as well. I feel like I need to take them out of the pack. So if you purchase both bundles, you'll get the quarter pack of the DSP, and you'll get the beautiful bling. So you will have plenty of product to create your beautiful Christmas cards. There they are, blingy bling bling under the lights. Can you, you know what, even on camera, it doesn't do justice to how beautiful these are. When you see them in real life, they are so super sparkly, like a Christmas bauble on a Christmas tree. They're gorgeous. So there you go. So that is my special this week. So you need to shop in my online store to be eligible for that. So you can get to my online store either via my blog or via my website. So it's mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com or mandywitherby.stampinup.net. Both of them you can find my shop button. Okay, so let's create a card with this beautiful suite, and I will show you as well what the ones I made, the one I made last week, and the ones that we had for the team event recently. And I will show you all those beautiful products. Now, before I do that, let me just put all of my links into the comments, because I only put the link for the coming up event for World Card Making Day, but I'll put all of my other links there too. So if you want a quick, easy link to my online store, it'll be right there. So let me grab, here we go, all my links. So everything that is all my social media, there is links to my online store. If you would like to request a catalogue, if you would like to request one of the beautiful new mini catalogues, and if you don't already have a demonstrator that you're working with here in Australia, I'd love to send one of these out to you. So you can request that as well. The link is also there in those links. Or you might like one of the bigger annual catalogues, or you can get both. Yeah, everything is there. So check out those links. Alrighty, let's get the camera ready. Have a look again at these beautiful products. We're going to make a fun fold card today. Now the fun fold style that we are making, you can use that for any type of card. It doesn't have to be a Christmas card, it can be a birthday, it can be a thinking of you, it can be a sympathy card, any type of card you can use this fun fold for. It's a pretty simple one, but let me show you how to make that today. All right, here we go. I'm going to cover up the camera to transition down onto the desk so that I don't make you all dizzy. Just bear with me. Here we go. All right. This will be squeaky while I tighten it up. Okay. Finding my little spirit level. All right, let's do a flippity flip. There we go, and we'll do a zoomy zoom. And I think we should be all good. I'll just get this nice and straight. All right, just close your eyes if you get dizzy. Just getting this to sit nice and straight. And I think we are just about there. Alrighty. Okay. How is that looking? Hopefully everything will stay nice and straight. Okay, so as I said, you can go either to my blog or you can go to my website. You are all the first to see this promotion. I haven't advertised this yet, so all of you who are here on my live with me today, there's not many of you here just yet, but we might have some others join in a little bit. You're the first ones to see this special. So you are the first ones to have the opportunity with this special as well. So there you go. Okay, so we've got the two different bundles, as I said. You can purchase either one of those and you'll get the quarter pack of designer series paper, or if you purchase both, you'll get the paper and you're going to get the beautiful sparkly gems. Traditional sparkling gems. They are gorgeous. All right, let's have a look now at the products. If you're looking for them in the mini catalogue, you will find them on pages 21. You'll find the, you've got the colours here actually, the colours that are in the designer series paper. They are here on this page, but all of the products are over the page, okay? On pages 22 and 23, you'll see those there. Sorry, I can't fit the whole catalogue on the screen because it's very wide. Then you've got some more sample projects over the page, and there is also the scrapbooking products as well. Okay, so they are on page 45 if you're interested in those. They all coordinate as well. And you've also got the two-tone, I don't know if I pointed this out last week, but you do have the two-tone cardstock in the Keeping Traditions colours as well. So you can purchase the two-tone cardstock and you get double the amount of colours because each colour has a lighter tone on the opposite side. So that gives you double the colours. All right. And there are 12 sheets in that with the 6 different colours. The white willow is not two-tone though. So just so you know. So you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll have 10 colours because you've got the lighter tone on the back. Plus you'll have the white willow as well, which is a beautiful cool white. All right, so you know what, I think we're going to jump straight into the card and I will show you the products as we go. I'll show you the bundles first, but then we'll go straight into the card and I'll show you the papers as we go. So the two bundles are the Christmas greenery. Now today we're going to use the one with the large poinsettia in it, so I'll get that one out now and I'll grab my block. think we need, is it that big one today? Yes. So this is the E block. So we'll take this one out. So last week we used the other flowers that weren't necessarily Christmas. We made them Christmassy for our Christmas card last week, but they're not necessarily, we use these ones, but you can use them all year round. They don't have to be Christmassy, whereas this one's got a poinsettia in it. So I feel like this one is more Christmassy. I'm going to actually put this at a bit of an angle on the block. Yep, that's it. Okay, now we're going to be doing some two-step stamping today with this stamp set. Last week I showed you how to gold emboss the images and then colour using your Stampin' blends. But today we're going to be using the two-step stamping stamps in the set. So we want this one. I'm going to show you how to do two-step stamping using this stamp set. It's a lot quicker to colour that way. So we want all the two-step stamps. There's quite a few in here. I'll just grab all of my little blocks. Whoop. And we've got this one. Now I'm warming up. What else have we got? Yep, we've got the pine. So we'll put that one on a block. And what else do we have? The pine. We've got the little stamens as well. And we've got berries that we can add, but I probably won't be adding the berries today. Oh, do we need the bow? No, we don't have a bow for this one, so we don't need the bow. We might need the little stamens though, if we need to restamp those. So I'll grab those out just in case we need those too. After we've stamped the colour on them, on the flowers, we might need to restamp the stamens. I'm not sure. So we'll see how we go. I'll just pop them on a block as well in case, whoop, one on one side, one on the other. There we go. Okay. So we're using this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and maybe these two. Oh, and this one for the pine. Okay, so that's all of these ones. The dies, we'll be using those as well to die cut. We're going to be using the large open die to die cut the main floral image. You do also have these other dies as well. Last week we used this one. You've got this leafy one. You've got your holly leaves. You've got the open die for the other large floral image. Then you've got additional dies if you want to pop up any of these additional flowers. So you can actually individually die cut these flowers. And yeah, so these ones and these ones. You can use these dies, and even the little pine leaves, you've got a die for that too. Oh, and these leaves too, these little trio of leaves. So if you want to pop additional elements up, you can stamp extra pieces and pop them up. We probably won't do that today. I don't know. Let's see. We'll see how we go. We might. And then you've got this bundle as well. This die keeps on sliding around in there. I think I need to put these ones on magnetic sheets. You've got all of these different dies here for making labels. And then you've got all your Christmas sentiments here as well. Move that up a little bit. There we go. I think I feel like I need to move this up just a tad. And I might need to zoom out. I don't know. We'll see. See how we go. So they're your two bundles, okay? And they form part of my special today. So got all these ready. Let's put them over here. We're going to make the card base. Well, actually, I haven't decided what colour we're doing yet. Let's choose the designer series paper first. Let's have a look at this. This is the most gorgeous Christmas paper. Oh my goodness, I love this paper. In the suite too, There is also the embossing folder. We're not using that today, but I did use it on last week's video. So if you want to go back and have a look at that, you can go back and have a look at last week's video and how I used the embossing folder last week, but we're not using that one today. All right, this gorgeous, gorgeous paper. Okay, so I've got some chopped bits there. We've got all of these. Actually, I might put that one in there too. So you'll see I've got some that are cut up. You can see all that beautiful gold on there. I think we used that one last week. So this was the card we made last week. So we're going to do a different one. I'm actually going to put that one there so I make sure I don't use the same papers. We want to try and do something a bit different today. On the other side, we've got the green check. They do come in 12 by 12 sheets, but obviously I've cut some of these. These ones die cut with the dies, or you can fussy cut them. You've got individual flowers here as well that you can use, which is really great. On the other side, you've got the blue. We used that one last week as well. Then there's this green one, and you've got these beautiful flowers. So we won't be using those flowers today. These ones also die cut with the dies. We've got this. I feel like some of these are upside down. There we go. This one is gorgeous with the poinsettias. Really pretty, and all that gold blingy bling. So this is the paper that you will get a quarter sheet if you purchase one of those bundles, or if you purchase both of the bundles, you'll still get a quarter pack, not a quarter sheet, a quarter pack of this beautiful paper. This one I really love. And that's got the red polka dots on the other side. I might use that one perhaps. I'll set that one aside. And then you've got this one that's got the really large pattern. This one's got a really large poinsettia pattern on it. And you've got the bold, this one reminds me of a country shirt, like a flannelette shirt with all of the plaid on there. And then I think, is that the 6 sheets? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that's the 6 patterns. And this is all of them in large sheets, in the full sheets, because I've tried to keep these ones full and not chop into these ones. So these are probably the ones I should have shown you. And then gone like this. You ready? Okay, so these are all the beautiful papers. And then these are the reverse side patterns. So beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So I think I want to use this one today. I love the colours in this one, so pretty. And let's use the red on the other side too. We'll keep it easy. We'll use the one sheet. Okay. Do we want to add a bit of green? We might add a little bit of green. We'll see how we go. Okay. I might leave these up that way. I'll leave these 2 green ones out. Hang on, let's move the blue. Move the blue and the plaid. We'll leave those 2 out. And I've got these extra little bits. Move them out of the way. Okay. Right. All right, so if we're going to be using this and this green, wait, I think maybe that one. That one? Or this one? Either or. Either would go. I think I'm leaning towards, let's see. Okay, everyone, you tell me, which green pattern do you like the best with this designer series paper? Do you like the plaid or do you like the stripes? Whichever one you choose is the one that I will go with. So you tell me, which one would you like me to use? The plaid or the stripes? And I'll have a sip of tea while I'm waiting for your responses. because to make this fun fold card, we need the two different designs. So let me know which is going to be our accent piece. So this is going to be our main focus, and then we're going to have our accent piece. Waiting for your comments. Plaid or stripes? Stripes or plaid? Which one? Anyone want to comment? Anybody want to weigh in? Or will I just pick one? Comments are slow coming through today. It could also be the lag in the feed as well, because when I'm watching this back, I see your comments about 20 to 30 seconds after you actually type them. So, oh, hi Tanya, lovely to have you here with us. Okay, Tanya says stripes, Amber says plaid, Leslie says stripes. Okay, so we've got 2 for the stripes and 1 for the plaid. Going. Last chance to respond. Stripes has it so far. I think we'll go with the stripes because we've got 2 votes for the stripes. All right, we'll go with the stripes. Okay, no one else is voting. We'll go with the stripes. Okay, and this is going to be our first piece. Okay, so if they are going to be our colours. Oh, Rose has just weighed in. Plaid. Now we're at a tie. Okay. Okay, so we've got these 2 colours that we're working with, and we've got now in the DSP, we've got the pinks, but I'm going to bring in the reds. So, hey Vicky, how you going? Lovely to have you here. Now we've got Real Red and Cherry Cobbler in the Designer Series paper. I think this is more sort of like the Real Red. So, I'm just looking to see if we go Real Red, yes, and then that's going to be over the top, yes. I think the Real Red will look lovely. Let's have a look at the Cherry Cobbler as well. The Cherry Cobbler is a deeper red. It's more tending towards the burgundy. Look, that would also look lovely. Let's move that out from behind. That would also be lovely. Either of the reds I think would work well, but I feel like the Real Red just makes these flowers pop a bit more. So I think we'll go with the Real Red base today. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make this very simple fun fold card, okay? This is half a piece of A4 cardstock, okay? So here's my full sheet of A4 cardstock. All I did was trim that in half on my trimmer at 14.85, okay? 14.85 is exactly half a sheet of A4 cardstock, okay? Oh, Vicky's questioning, should we have a green base? All right, let's have a look and see what the green base looks like. So this is Old Olive. And I haven't got any cut down pieces of the Old Olive, so we'll have to have a look at the, oh yes, oh, Vicky could be onto something too, because the green would look nice also. The green does bring in more of the green, doesn't it? And then that over the top, the belly band. Yeah, that would also work if you prefer a green base. Yeah, so you could do it with either. It would work with either. Because that's all, you've got all of those colours in there. You've even got Pool Party in there, and you've got that soft pink as well. So there's a variety of colours. You've even got some Secret Sea in there as well. So even Secret C, let's just do Secret C just for the fun of it. See what it would look like with Secret C at the back. The paper, well, not at the back, but on the base. The paper would go beautiful with that. And then you're adding that. So it is adding in an additional colour, but it is in the designer series paper. So you could certainly go with that as well if you chose to. In fact, that just makes me think, that gives me another thought. But I think we're going to go with the red, with the more traditional colours. So that's the real red. Okay. All right. But yes, love all those other ideas as well. Okay. What we're going to do is we're taking our card base. So this now measures 21 centimetres by 14.85 centimetres. We are going to now score this. We're going to grab our trimmer. We've got our Stampin' Up! Trimmer here. It's got our light grey scoring blade, our dark grey cutting blade. So we're going to just move the cutting blade out of the way and just use a scoring blade. We're going to score in from each side. So I'll start on this side. We're going to score in at 5.25. Wait, I need my glasses. 5.25. So halfway to 5.3. 5.3. Wait, let me do that again. 5.1, 2, and a smidge. And we're going to score. I'm going to turn my cardstock around and I'm going to do the same from the other side. 1, 2, and a smidge. Okay. Do you all know what sort of card we're making now? We're going to turn that over. We're going to use the mountain fold, which is the part that goes up. That's going to be on the inside. That stops your cardstock from cracking as you fold it. And we're going to fold each of these into the middle to make a gatefold card. We are going to make a gatefold card and we're going to create a belly band to go with it. Now, I haven't measured it quite exact because mine aren't quite matching up in the middle. It doesn't matter too much because I must have been off a little bit with my measurements. Doesn't matter too much because we're going to be adding that belly band and we're going to be decorating it. So that's going to cover up, that gap. Well, part of the gap. All right, now because we're using a dark color, we are going to need a insert. So we'll quickly do that. I don't usually do my inserts when I'm on a live, but because we are doing a fun fold card, we will do that today. So I'm just going to use a white insert in there. If you want to, you can decorate up. I'll cut this down first. You can decorate up your insert. You can add DSP. You can stamp on it, whatever you would like to do. So I'm going to create a 2mm border. So I'm going to cut, this piece is a quarter piece. So it's basically this size that we started with, but cut in half again at 10.5. Okay. So I'm going to trim it down now to 10.1 centimeters. 10.1 by 14.45. 14.45. There we go. And that will form our insert. Now, for now, I'm just going to leave my insert plain because I haven't decided what I want to do on that yet. So I'm just going to leave that plain. So we'll just adhere that in to the inside. when I'm using white for my inserts, this is just basic white cardstock, so it's not the thick. And I like to use a dry adhesive on the white because I find sometimes the liquid glue is visible through it when if your liquid glue if you lay it down quite thick, which I tend to. So for my inserts, I always like to use a dry adhesive. And then we'll just line that up with our little 2mm border, trying to get that even. There we go. Okay. All right, now we're going to create some panels here with that beautiful floral designer series paper. Now I kind of feel like this one, you do have the patterns going in all different directions, but sometimes you've just got to look to see if it feels like it goes one way, if it looks better sort of one way rather than the other. So I'm just deciding which way I like it. I feel like it looks good that way, or is it that way? I think with this one it can really go either, anyway, any which way. Looking at the little flowers with the, let's go that way. We'll go that way. All right, so we're going to cut some panels for the front of the card. What's on the other side? Oh, spots. Okay. To make it easier for myself, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to trim this paper in half at 6 inches. Now we've got a little ridge here on the inside of our track. This is the extension arm. If you haven't seen a Stampin' Up! Trimmer before, we've got an extension arm that goes out right out to 43, just beyond 43.5 centimeters. And that's got a ridge along there, along the edge. If you had that closed and you use that edge, that's actually 6 inches. So it's half a sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock. All right, so it makes it very easy to just trim your 12 by 12s in half if that's an easier usage size for you. I always like to do that. All right, so now I've got this offcut, which I had already chopped into previously, and we need some panels. So they need to be 14.45 centimeters long and 4.85 centimeters wide. So I'm just looking to see, am I going to get 2? No, I won't. I'm only going to get 1 out of this. So I'm going to first cut this. I'll just switch it over to the other side. I'll cut it at 14.45. 14.45. And we'll go that way. And then we want 4.85. Oh, actually, I'm just thinking, if you want the pattern to flow between the 2 panels, cut it out of the same piece so that you have a continuous pattern flowing on. So it depends on the pattern of your paper. With this paper, I don't know if it will matter too much because it's such a busy paper, but let's do that. I'll put this other piece aside. We'll do that with this piece though. All right, so we want 4.85. Is that the right way up? Is that the way up I said that I wanted it? It was that way, wasn't it? I think it looks fine that way. Okay, 4.85. Okay, 4.85, and we'll need to trim a bit off the length. And 4.85. There we go, and we've still got that piece left over. And then we'll go 14.45 this way. Changed my mind about which piece I was going to use. Okay, remembering which end we cut that from. Okay, remembering which end you cut that from. Make sure you cut it from the same end so you've still got your pattern matching up if you want your pattern to match up by 14.45. There we go. We will need our trimmer again in a moment. Okay, so whoops, which way? This way. Okay, so we've got our paper there with our pattern that flows on. Okay, so these are going to form our front panels here. Now, if you wanted to, you can add an extra layer of an extra color. I decided not to do that because I wanted to keep it fairly simple today. Okay, so we are going to just adhere those two now. Ready. So using our multi-purpose liquid glue, which is great when you're adhering DSP and you want to line it up. I'm just going to turn my card on the side, making sure I've still got the papers lined up the correct way. Just put this at a little bit of an angle. And with the multi-purpose liquid glue, it gives me that opportunity to slide the paper around to get that lined up. Oops, unless you push it down too hard to begin with, which I think I just did. I think I pushed it. There we go. While I was talking, I wasn't focusing and I pushed it a little bit too hard to begin with. That's okay. All right. We'll do our other piece. So make sure I don't push it down too hard before I get it all lined up this time, so that I can slide it into place. Usually the more glue that you add as well, the better it slides. So if you don't add as much glue, it sort of won't slide as well. But there we go. Pretty. Look how pretty that's looking already. So pretty. All right. And then we're going to create a belly band, and then we're going to decorate our belly band. So we're going to be using this one for the belly band. This was the choice. Well, actually, we had two for plaid and two for stripes in the end. This was going to be the one that we're using. This was the other choice. So do you still have the same choices now that you can see where we are going with this card? You still think the stripes are going to look good? We'll have about a 5 centimeter. Actually, if we do couple of rows of stripes, 5 centimeters. So it's going to be quite wide actually. It's going to be that wide on there. Maybe the plaid would look better. What do you think? We will be putting something on there though too. So everyone who said stripes still thinks stripes? That's the plaid. So it's going to form a belly band to wrap all the way around. I think either will work. Oh, maybe plaid now, Leslie. You're changing your mind. It does make a difference when you see the direction of the card, doesn't it? When you see where the card is going. Yeah, we might only need, maybe we need a 4 centimeter. Maybe we could do a 4 centimeter. We might get away. Oh, you like yeah, everyone's going with the plaid now. Okay. Stripes are quite heavy on the delicate paper. Yeah, that's what I was sort of thinking too when I held it on there. I'm like, oh, now I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. We'll switch over to the plaid. Good choice, everyone. Okay. So for the belly band, I think we're going to go with I was going to do a 5 centimeter, but I think we might only need a 4 centimeter belly band. So I'm just looking, we're going to stamp that. Probably going to have that at a bit of an angle. Let's see. Maybe we go 4.5. Because 5 is quite wide. 5 is, let's see on here, 5 is going to be, oh no, well 5 will be, Let's cut it at 4.5. I'm going to cut it at 4.5. Decision made. 4.5. Okay, 4.5 centimeter strip. Now I know there's beautiful paper on the other side too, but guess what? You've got a whole nother sheet of it. It's all good. Don't panic, because on the other side you've got this gorgeous paper. All right, and then basically to make a belly band, it's really easy. And I might not create this just yet until we've done our stamped pieces, but basically all you need to do is you lay the paper down, you lay the card on top of it, and you're just going to wrap it around and adhere it onto itself. And then you can trim a bit extra off if it's going to be too long. Okay, and then you're going to decorate up the belly band. Like, it's that easy. But let's do the stamping first. We'll come back. I'm loving this paper, and that red just is gorgeous. All right, we'll come back to that. Let's do our stamping. We want some basic white. Oh, I thought I had a smaller piece cut, but I don't, but that's okay. All right, let's cut this one down. We'll just cut this in half. So this is half of an A4 sheet. I'm going to cut that down again at 10.5, just to make it an easier piece to use for stamping. And to make it easy today, I'm going to just stamp the outline in Memento Tuxedo Black, and then we're going to use the two-step stamping stamps to colour the inside of the stamp. Okay, so no heat embossing today, but this would look beautiful heat embossed in gold. But then if you do that, it does make it difficult to use the two-step stamp sets. Actually, I don't know if this one's been, I might need to give this one a clean. Seems to be repelling the ink a little bit. So I'm just going to give it a good clean. I don't know that this one's actually been used, to be honest, because I think when Amber made the cards for the display the other week, I should say, she used the DSP. So I don't think we've actually used this stamp. So our photopolymer stamps always need a good clean before they're used, because they do have a little bit of manufacturing oil on them that likes to repel that ink. And those of you who watch me regularly know that I always say that. All right, so then we're giving it a dry on the paper. And if you want to, you can give it a little twist on the paper too. Sort of helps it as well to condition the stamp a bit so it holds that ink a bit better. All right, let's see how we go this time. With a Memento, I like to do a rub, 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 and then a tap, tap, tap to get a good coverage of ink. That's looking better now. It's sitting on there much better now. Now it's quite a detailed stamp, and it's a large stamp, so you'll notice that I'm using the technique where you take the stamp pad to the stamp rather than the stamp to the ink pad. Alrighty, let's see how we, oh, I've got ink on there, let's turn that over. Good side that good thing that every piece of cardstock has two sides, isn't it? So give that a good press and a chance for that ink to absorb into the cardstock. There we go, gorgeous, look at that. What a beautiful design. That's stunning. All right, let's give that a clean. Okay, who else loves making gatefold cards? Does anybody else here love making gatefold cards? I haven't actually made one for a little while. I've done other fun fold cards lately, but haven't done any gatefolds for a little bit. Okay, so we have the poinsettia. Let's start with that one. We've got real red. Now I'm going to bring in my grid paper. I'll bring that back in, because I'm going to just test how these colours are going to look. Sometimes you need to stamp off before stamping on. Oh, and in fact, you know what? The poinsettia on this design is actually pink and the little flowers are red. So we could switch it and have the poinsettia red and the flowers pink, or we can keep it the same as the design on the DSP. Which do you all think? Let me know. You love gatefolds, Leslie? Fantastic. That's great. So what do you all think? Let me know. Would you like the poinsettia in pink or red? Because we've got the large poinsettia and then we've got the little flowers as well, so we can change them up. And some of those little flowers we could leave white like on the paper, or we could add a little bit of pool party because we've got pool party on there too. So will I do the large flower in, switch it, Leslie? Okay, so we'll do the poinsettia in the red. So let me just check to see which way up this is going to go first before I stamp that. I'm just going to work out where the stamp is going to line up. Is it there? No. I'm going to work out which way it goes. Wait, we've got a large leaf there and a large leaf there. Is it that one? That way? I'll work out which way this goes up. No, I think it goes the other way, this way. That way? That, yes. Yes, I think it goes that way. Okay, so it goes that way. All right, so let's just see. So Rose said red as well. Let's see how deep the colours are. Okay, so we can go really deep. Oh, I've got ink on my finger now. Just might move that out of the way. Getting ink everywhere. We can go really deep or we can go stamped off. I'm thinking go deep. I'm thinking go deep. Do you know what? Let's do it. Let's go for it. And if it doesn't look any good, I can always start again. Okay, lining up, lining up. Beautiful. Probably could have stamped it off, you know. But deep. Oh, Tanya and Leslie both said go deep. Well, there you go. That's what I did. So give that a good clean. Get rid of some of that pigment off that stamp. The deeper colours do tend to stain your stamps a little bit, but that's okay. It doesn't alter how they stamp it. They still work very well. Just turns the polymer a little bit pink because it's quite porous. It likes to hold those colours. All right, so that's our deep red. So there you go. And then let's bring in some of the pink. And the pink flowers will do these ones. So these ones are much easier to line up. And let's test the colour again for the pink. Oh, I should have stamped that off. Yeah, no, we need to do first generation for these ones because we need them to be deeper. Now I'm just looking, I've got those, I've got 2 of those and I've got 3 of those. So I might do, no, I'll keep it like that. I'll do these ones in the pink. So, oh, you know what? I didn't clean it. Didn't clean it. I don't think it's been used before. Clean it first. I was thinking, why is that pooling? That's why. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, sorry, Vicky. I didn't say which pink I'm using. I'm using Pretty in Pink. Pretty in Pink is, I think that's the one that it says on the DSP. That's in the designer series paper. Hang on a sec, let me grab it. Yep, so in, interestingly, the pink colour that is in the designer series paper is not listed on the paper pack. So the colours that are listed are Cherry Cobbler, Old Olive, Pool Party, Real Red, Secret Sea and Gold. But let's have a look in the catalogue, because in the catalogue it had, oh yeah, the same actually. Doesn't have the pinks listed. Cherry Cobbler, Real Red, Old Olive, Pool Party, Secret Sea and Gold. But it's definitely pink, because it's definitely not, it's too pink, too light to be a stamped off version of the other two, I think. Although, I don't know, if you stamped off enough times, maybe it's Real Red or maybe it's Cherry Cobbler. But it's very, very faint, very, very pale. But I think the pretty in pink really goes well. Okay, so let's go in with this one and this one. Oh, did I just line that up? Oh, yes, I did. Phew. Thought I didn't line those up quite right. All right, so that's quite bright, actually, compared to the paper, that pink. So maybe that would have been better stamped off. We'll see how we go. We can always change it up. All right, and I think I'm going to go with Pool Party. Give this one a clean. Pool Party for one of the little flowers. And I'm thinking with the Pool Party we will stamp off, because it's quite, I want it a little bit softer. And we'll do this one down here. And I think with that one we'll leave that white. Yeah, I really should have stamped that off. So maybe we're going to need to, I might need to redo another one. What do you think? Too bright? Is the pink too bright? Is the red too deep? Let's try the Old Olive. We've got, definitely have to stamp off the Old Olive because it's a very deep colour. For the leaves, see how quick and easy the two-step stamping is? But you do have the option with the line, whoops, with the line design of the stamp set, you do have the option of using your favourite colouring tools to colour those if you wish to. Green is bringing it all together now, which is beautiful. Love adding the green in there. That looks really nice. To line them up. Yep. There we go. Beautiful. I don't know about this one leaving that white. We do have white ones on here, but they've kind of got the gold in them. I'm not sure. Does it look like it's been left behind? You know what I could do? I could do a lighter pink. Oh, look what I just did. I can't believe I just did that. I just stuck my finger fully into that ink pad. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's clean this off. Well, I don't have a green thumb, but I do have a green pointer finger. So there you go. Goodness me. Okay, those two And I'm just going to try that pink. I'll try that other little flower in the Stamped Off Pretty in Pink. And we'll see what that looks like. Oh yes, much softer. Much softer. So I'm thinking I might need to redo that because I think those two pink ones are too pink and they're taking away from the poinsettia. Well, that's okay. That won't take long to do because now I know all of the colours to do, and you know what? I think I could have lined up that poinsettia a little bit better anyway. Well, that's okay. We had a good test, didn't we? That was a good test. Okay, let's see if I can fit another one down here. Can I fit one on here? No. That's okay. I have another piece. There we go. Okay, let's work quick now. Now the question is, with the poinsettia, do I keep that first generation, do you think, or should I stamp it off this time? Okay, just give that a nice firm press. Beautiful. Give that one clean. Ooh, could you tone down the pink with a Blends Color Lifter? Probably not, because the ink is water-based and the Stampin' blends are alcohol-based. So I think that it would just make it bleed and smudge. I mean, I guess I could give it a go, but I don't know that it will work. Let's see. Because they're opposites, they're not usually compatible. But I guess if we're not going to use this, we could give it a go and see, couldn't we? And see what happens. If I had coloured it with Stampin' Blends, definitely I could do that. But being that I've coloured it, you know what I could do? I could use, not this, but I could use, let me find it. Oh, that's not even here. I could use a blender pen, because this you use with water-based ink, and that might change it enough. I feel like this one's a bit dry actually. Let's try the other end. So these blender pens give you usually a watercolor effect, but I'm just not sure if it's going to lift the color, because we've used already like a solid stamp, like the solid color. Yeah, that didn't really make much difference. We could try a, where are they? We could try a water painter. Second generation for all the colours, Leslie. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. We could try a water painter. But I think we're still not going to lift that colour. Pardon me. Yeah, I think that's just going to give it more of a watercolor look, but it's not really. And also too, it's making the black bleed. But let's give this one a go and just see how this reacts with the It's not really doing a lot. It's actually, well, let's see when it dries. Let's try it on the red. It's actually making the colour bleed. But I don't know that it's lightening it. Oh, it's changing it a little bit. So it is having some reaction with the blends, but it's actually making it bleed more than anything. It was a good suggestion. And it's, yeah, hasn't really lifted the colour though, like it would if you were using it with the Stampin' blends themselves. So, but good to test these things and see how it works. All right, so let's go to our new one and we'll do stamping off for all the colours. Okay. I don't know if I cleaned these, so I'm just going to give them another clean. I don't remember. Okay, here we go. Stamping off. Let's start with the large poinsettia. Might turn our paper over and start with a fresh slate. Start with a fresh slate. Now, how did I line this up this last time? It was around this way, I feel. Is it that way? Yes, I think it was that one. Yep, okay. So stamping off this time for all colours. All right, ink up. So this is, oh, wait a minute, I've picked up the wrong colour. Now I've picked up cherry cobbler instead of real red. Whoops. Hang on, we used real red last time, not cherry cobbler. Oh my goodness, what is happening today? I'm all fingers and thumbs. Let's get another wipe. Probably now because I'm rushing. So just calm down. Here we go. Okay. Anybody else crafting today? You crafting or are you just watching? Okay. This time, now my stamp is really, really pink because I just inked it up with cherry cobbler instead of real red, because cherry cobbler is so much deeper. All right, so make sure we dry that off well before we take it back to our stamp pad, because we don't want to add extra water into our ink because we don't want to dilute that colour. Okay, real red. Got the right colour this time. Good. Move that out the way. Okay, stamp off, and we're going to use second generation. So that's just removing some of the ink from the stamp. And let me just stop talking while I line this up. There we go. Oh, you know what? I didn't quite line it up properly either. I misaligned over there a little bit. That's okay. That's all right. We'll go with that. Not doing it a third time. We don't have time for that. All right, let's give that a clean. Okie dokie. All right, next was, wait, where's my original? Next was the pink. And it was this flower. Okay, ink up, stamp off. Wait, stamp that straight. And then use second generation. There we go. Oh, that's nice and soft now. And there we go. How's that looking? Is that looking better? Softer? Beautiful. Oh, you've been watercolouring some flowers today, Leslie? But you're just watching at the moment. Oh, very nice. I love watercolouring. My daughter-in-law, or our daughter-in-law I should say, my husband's and my daughter-in-law, she loves watercolouring and she's so good at it. She's got quite an artistic eye, and she made this amazing birthday card for my husband, which she painted. She made a golf course, well, not a whole golf course, it was like just one hole of a golf course on the side of a cliff overlooking the ocean. It was beautiful. She's so clever. And yeah, they gave that to him yesterday, for last night I should say, for his birthday. And oh, she's so clever. That one. I was trying to think which one I was doing. This one over here. So this is the pool party. It's like a very greeny blue. It's very soft. I meant to say very soft, not a very greeny blue. A very soft greeny blue. And we might do that one in the pink again, actually, I think. I won't do another blue one. I'll do another pink one because we've got a lot of pink on the DSP. She could do that one red too, couldn't I? Might do it pink and let the red stand out on the poinsettia. There we go. Pretty. All right, now we'll do all the green leaves. They were pretty quick to do the first time round, so we'll do those. Much softer, yes. I agree, Leslie. That was a good call. Thank you. All right. I was hoping to have something prepared ahead of time today, but time got away from me and I didn't, yeah, I had something in my head already, so I kind of knew the direction I was heading, which is always helpful when you're filming. But sometimes when you're filming, like when you're sitting and just crafting on your own, being able to just play and, you know, design as you go is great. But sometimes when you're filming, you're trying to engage in conversation as well, and it's sometimes hard to, like, your clarity of thought with your creativity isn't, oh, look, I stuck my finger in that ink again. What is going on today? Yes, clarity of creative thought is not as good sometimes, I find, for me when I'm talking as well as creating or designing as we go. So I always like to try and have a bit of an idea in my head before we start. I think I just stuck my hand in that ink again. I did too. Oh my goodness. It's because I'm doing the stamping off, I think, as well. There we go. Okay. Oh, pretty. Look at that. Very pretty. All right. Let's just clean up the stamps and clean up Mandy's hands as well. We'll use a chamois this time. Here we go. Okay. Give our... Who loves their Simply Chamois? Oh, I love it. Makes cleaning up my stamps so much quicker. Oh, thanks, Leslie. Alrighty. So that is done. Now we will be stamping our sentiment as well, but we're going to come back to that. Let's die cut this first. Let's find those beautiful dies from the beautiful bundle, the Christmas Greenery bundle. I'll take these out, and it's this big one, that one. Yep, that's the one. That's the one. Now, as I said, if you wanted to pop up any of those individual flowers or the little flowers, these ones, you could do that as well. But I'm not going to do that on today's project because that will take extra time. Okay. Bring in our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Oh my goodness, yes. The old days of using baby wipes to clean every individual stamp. And we did go through so many baby wipes. And also too, it always leaves a little bit of lint. Even if you get the low lint baby wipes, it always leaves that little bit of lint around the, like on the stamps. And then that gets into your ink pads, and yeah, chamois so much quicker and easier. I agree. All right, let's grab a little bit of washi tape. Oh, actually, I'll get my post-it. Oh, look, I've got some post-it notes right here. Let's use those. Not those ones, though. Hang on. There we go. These ones. These ones are only sticky on one end though, so I don't know if these are going to hold. Let's give them a go. They were just close at hand, so I thought let's just grab those. All right, so line up our dies and make sure I get those lined up after spending all that time to colour those. But it is much quicker to colour them using the two-step stamping than to colour them with your colouring tools, but it depends on the technique you want to use and the style you want to, you know, that you want to create with your projects. All right, now with our mini, we're going to have our #1 base plate, our two of our #2 plates. I'm going to put my most chopped up one on the bottom. I'm going to stagger that back a little bit from the end. Makes it easier to feed your piece through. And then another #2 clear plate over the top, and that one is going to be lined up with the end with the other plate, or it can go a little bit beyond it too, and that will help the machine to feed through your die with your piece. There we go. Oh, it's developing a squeak. It's the first time I've noticed that. There we go. And there is our beautiful die cut piece. Nice and quick and easy. The dies make it so much easier. Imagine sitting and fussy cutting all of that with all of those little doot bits. Amber would love to do that though. She loves fussy cutting. I don't mind a little bit of fussy cutting, but not if it's too detailed. And like when you've got dies that can do the job for you, why would you want to? Why would you want to sit there and fussy cut that when you can just use the dies? Right, Leslie? I know Leslie doesn't like fussy cutting. She tells me every class. Any class that we've got fussy cutting, she's like, Mandy, has this one got fussy cutting? I'm like, yep, sorry, Leslie. Sometimes you just can't help it. Sometimes there's not dies. And fussy cutting is just necessary. It's one of those things. All right, so there we go. So we've got that piece there. Now, that's going to be on our belly band. And in fact, that will fit, if you take it across, we will have it on a belly band, but if you take it across your card, it is going to sit out just, whoops, it just does sit out a little bit off the edges. Now, you can choose to either trim that, or if you have an envelope large enough, I think our standard envelopes would fit with that just out the edges. But if you want to avoid that, you could put it at a slight angle. So totally up to you. Now, belly band, let's go back to the belly band. We've got the plaid paper. Yes, I know, Leslie. Not your favorite thing. Now, this is a full 12-inch strip, but obviously we don't need a full 12-inch strip. So you can start with trimming off the ends if you wish to. Like what I'll do is I'm just going to wrap this, and then I'll work out the exact length that you need. so you can trim your paper before you wrap, and then you won't waste any of your DSP. So let me do the measurements for you first. Okay, so there we go. And then we're going to need to trim off a little bit. We want a bit of overlap in the middle because we need to adhere it there in the middle. Okay, but we don't need all of this, and we don't need all of this. So let's take off about that much there. Okay, so we just need it to overlap there like that. So I'll trim those ends off, and then I'll tell you the finished length, so you know when you cut your piece, you can trim it to exactly the right length. Now, normally I would have done that ahead of time, but I was in a rush today, so I didn't get that done. So I will have a little bit of offcut here, but that's okay. I'm not too worried because, you know, got more paper, where that came from. All right, so let's do a measurement for you. I'll actually move this out of the way, and I'll tell you the full length of this piece. So it is 24.2 centimeters. 24. So you can probably go 24.5 centimeters long by, what was it, 4.5 centimeters wide. Yep, 4.5 centimeters wide. Okay, and then if you're going 24.5 centimeters, that's basically 9 and what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8, 9 and 5/8 of an inch. So then you'd have that much sort of left over at the end that you could use for another project or something. Okay. Now, what did I just say? 24.5. I need to write that down for the belly band. I'll write that down so I don't need to re-measure that later. Belly band 24.5 times 4.5. Okay. Move these bits out of the way. Right, so going to have our belly band. Going to do our little wrappy wrap. And mine overlaps even still quite a bit because I cut mine a bit longer than 24.5. But we're going to hide it with that. I might go that way actually. And I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive. I'm going to use a dry adhesive this time just because I want it to, hi Glenda, how you going? I want it to adhere straight away. I don't want to have to wait for that glue to dry. So you could use tear and tape as well for this. And I've just basically wrapped it. Now you don't want it too tight because you want it to be able to slide on and off easily. Okay, so before you press it too tight, just double check. Hang on, once you get the glue off your fingers, just make sure that it is going to slide on and off easily. You don't want it too loose, but you also don't want it too tight because you don't want it to not be able to slide off. So, okay. Now, I've got a little pencil mark there. You probably can't see that on screen, but I can see it, and it's going to bother me. So I'm going to take that off with my eraser. There we go. Okay. Then we've got our beautiful, now you know what I think we need? I think we need a bit of bling. So let's add a little bit of Wink of Stella. My Wink of Stella is broken. It's been well used, let's just say, overused. And I'm just going to add a little bit of bling to my flowers. Because, you know, you can never have too much bling. I love the sparkles of the Wink of Stella. Who else loves their Wink of Stella? Now be mindful when you're colouring this that we have stamped with water-based inks. This is also water-based, so if it comes into contact, it might smudge a little bit. So be careful when you are using it where you've stamped the black, because you don't want it to muddy up that sort of colour. So as I'm doing it here on the poinsettia, I'm just using little strokes and I'm trying to avoid the black line art and just trying to go on the red parts, just to add a little bit of sparkle, but without doing too much. Now I didn't end up needing to stamp the stamens again because we used second generation with our stamping, our two-step stamping, so it's nice and light and we can still see those stamens. But if you're using darker colours, you have got the stamen stamps there that you can touch them up. Okay, there we go. So let's see if I just put that in the light. We've got that little bit of shimmer there. You probably can't even see that on camera, but in real life you can. You can see it. That's pretty. Okay, beautiful. Good. All right. Now, I was going to, where's that ribbon? I was maybe going to put a strip of the ribbon underneath this to just come out the sides, but I'm not sure if it's going to show or not. Oh, it might do. Something like that. Actually, I'll turn that over. Oh no, that's cut that way. I'll just cut that ribbon. Okay, and I'll just sit that there for the moment. Put that there. And then, can't see much of the ribbon, but that's okay. It's there. Then we've got to do our sentiment. And I was wanting to do this one, this banner one. I wanted to show you how that worked, but I'm just going to see because I'm not sure if it's going to be too big. So we could even go, you know what, we could even do that, couldn't we? We could have that under there and we could put our flowers up that way, going up the center. That looks nice. Could do that. You could put them on a slight angle even. A little bit of an angle. That would be nice too. And then we've got our label that I wanted to put on there, but now that we've coloured that poinsettia, I don't want to cover it all up. So if I move that up a bit and then put our sentiment across there, that would be nice. Now what colour should we have the label, do you think? We can stamp the sentiment first. Let's see. I was thinking the season's greetings. Now you can use any of these curved ones because you've got the curves in here. So you can use cheer. Yeah, it depends on how you want to stamp them. You can do sending, you can do merry. So if I'm doing it that way, it'd be merry. Yeah, you can sort of stamp that in there and then you can have or you can do happy. Yeah, it depends which way you want to do it. But these two, sending love and joy and season's greetings, they are already in the correct shape. Yeah, the Christmas is too big to fit in there, so that wouldn't fit. But yeah, depending on how you want to do it. I'm going to just use the season's greetings, keep it nice and simple. Season's greetings, that's the one we want. Now I'll just pop that down onto the paper and I'll pick that up with my block just so that it's in the correct shape to fit in the dies. Oh, the pattern lined up almost perfectly. It did too, just about where I cut it, yeah. Yeah, so that, oh, I think I've got that up the wrong way. Yeah, that's the way it goes, that way. The die goes up that way. So the die does go up a particular way to fit with the stamps, with this season's greeting stamps. So that's right the way. Okay, now what colour? Do I stamp it in red and just have a white label over the top, do you think? Because I wasn't going to do any, I didn't want to do any embossing, heat embossing today. We might bring in a bit more of the red. We'll give that a go on the white. Let's see. I'll fit that down there. Yes, we could use that bit down there. Okay, awesome. Let's try that. Try that and see how that looks. So this is the real red that I'm using. I'll stamp that down here. Beautiful, love that. Look at that. Now that one I think had been used before. That took the ink very well because I forgot to clean it beforehand. But I took the ink really well. That stamped gorgeous. Beautiful. Love it. There we go. All right. And now we will die cut that. So I'm just going to chop the cardstock around that just so that I don't chop into that one. Don't know that I'm going to use that other one for anything, but you never know. We'll preserve it for now, we'll see. Okay, bring our mini back in. How are we going for time? Oh my goodness, look how late it is. Where did that time go? Where does the time go nowadays? I don't know. Time just goes so fast, doesn't it? Okay, so line this up and we'll use our post-it tape again. Hold that down. White label. Oh, cherry cobbler ink. Okay, I stamped it in red. So we'll see what this one looks like first, but if this one, if we're still a bit iffy about it, we could change and do cherry cobbler. Cherry cobbler would be beautiful. I love cherry cobbler. Such a beautiful colour. It's actually my favourite red. Oh wait, that moved. Did that move? I think that moved. Oh no, that's right. I thought that moved then. It seems to be okay. There we go. Oh, no squeaks this time. Don't know why it was squeaking last time. That was weird. There we go. Oh, that's so cute. Look, you get the detail. Die cut in the banner. See that detail? It's sort of cut and embossed. Love that. That's adorable. That's adorable. All right. Put our die back in there. Yes, I definitely need magnet sheets. I love all these dies. How cool are these shapes? They'd be so great for any project, all of these ones. And if you've got photopolymer stamps, you can mold a lot of your stamps into shape that you could fit into that die as well. So awesome. If they're like the long, you know, the long sentiments. Okay. All right, so we've got our ribbon, which we need to probably trim up a little bit. We've got glue on the back of that, which I don't want glue there just yet. We've got our florals, which I think I'm going to go at a bit of an angle. Just try and line this all up to see how this is going to look before we adhere anything. And then we've got our sentiment. So if that going across there, I might move that up a little bit. So we've got this lower, it's quite wide, so you lose a little bit of the design. I want to make sure that we see that poinsettia. Let's see how we can position this. I'll just get rid of that ribbon for a minute because that's in the way. We could go straight across. If we went straight across, we would see more of all of the flowers, wouldn't we? Maybe we should go, what do you think? Should we have that up and down and go straight across there with our sentiment? What do you think? We could do it that way. That would be, so as soon as we start to turn this, we start to lose a little bit. Oh no, that's better. Lose a little bit more of the poinsettia. Or we can have it at a bit of an angle. Do you like it straight up and down? Do you like it vertical? Or do you like it at an angle? Because if we went acrossways, we're going to lose the lot basically. If we went acrossways, you'll lose, unless you want the sentiment to be the highlight and just have the flowers popping out from behind it. I mean, that doesn't look terrible, but it depends on the look that you're going for. So of course we're going to have things popped up on dimensionals, etc. But yeah, angle or vertical. If we go that way, we're losing that pink flower altogether. Oh, or we could do it, have it popping up there. I want to see more of the poinsettia. I do like it straight up and down actually, and have that go straight across. I like it like that. Do you like it like that? I think that's how I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to go that way. You like the angle, Tanya? The slight angle like that. Yeah. Just lose a little bit more of the poinsettia. But yeah, it doesn't look bad either. I think either way looks good. So how about if we do it that way? We'll do it at the angle like that. I'll stick this down flat and then we'll pop the sentiment up. Now, if you wanted to, you could go around the outside of the edge a little bit with a sponge dauber, but I think I'm just going to leave it white today. Let's adhere this one. I'm going to put a big blob of glue there in the middle, and we'll adhere that to the belly band. Let's make sure I've got that angle right. Yep, that's not too bad. Okay, and then we'll add, now if you wanted to, you could add some more of the die cut flowers to pop these up, make them really pop a bit more. Or you could also, let me find the other dies, where have I put them? Oh, here. You could also die cut some of the pine leaves, or even some of these leaves, and have them coming out from behind there to fill that out a little bit more and give a little bit more pop to the card. So you could certainly do that as well. So that's a couple of ideas for you. But we've got, oh, I did forget my ribbon, Leslie. You're right. But you know what? I think, is it going to matter? Oh, I wonder if I could lift that up. Let's see. How sticky is it? Nah, it's already stuck. I could cheat. I could actually cheat, and I could slip that in behind there though. And I could trim it and stick 2 pieces of ribbon in behind there. I could, but are we going to see it much? Do you know what? It could even go right behind this. I could adhere it to this and put it over the top. But then I was going to mount this up, so that might look funny if I did that. Oh, I think it does add a little bit of something, doesn't it? Okay, let's see if I can doctor it. Let's see if I can doctor this. Okay, you know what? These your responses just come in, Rose. The responses today are coming in so slowly compared, I feel like it's slower than normal for some reason. It's not, I think it's to do with the playback. Yeah, which is a bit annoying because I'm not seeing your comments quickly. I'm not sort of seeing them in time before I go on, before I move on to the next step. So I'm sorry about that. I just missed that. So we could tuck that in. There's always a way. There's always a way. We can tuck this in and actually adhere those pieces of ribbon in behind there. I can just trim that up. Let's do that. Let's cheat and do that. Use a little bit of glue dot. Nobody's going to know. Not unless you tell them. Who is going to even know? Because then I can adhere that down further. All right, so we're just going to get one glue dot on there, I think. Just one. Tidy up my craft space here as we go. All right, so I'll take my glue dot and I'll make sure that I put it in the right spot. There we go. Okay. Tuck that in, make sure I get that in the middle. That's about the middle. Tuck that in there. Make sure I get it straight, and then we can trim that up like so. Then we can do the same with the other side. See, there's always a workaround. Now I'm just going to make sure that I line this up. Wants to keep fraying this ribbon. Line this up with the other piece. Tuck that right in there. And it's got to go up a little bit higher. Hang on. I'm going to turn my card around upside down so I can work this way. Work right-handed. I felt like I was working across my body. There, how's that? Oh, look, nobody would ever know now. Does that look like one piece of ribbon to you? Nobody would ever know. Just don't tell them. Oops, let's get a bit more of an angle on that. And a little bit more of an angle on this end too. Got to get the angles right. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Nobody would know. And then, oh my goodness, sorry, I just bumped the camera with my head. Repositioning in my seat. Okay, and then what if I... Yeah, I feel like I want to add an extra... No, I think that's going to be okay. There we go. All right, and then this will be adhered over the top and we'll be all good. And then we'll add our bling and we're done. Okay, so we'll add some glue dots. Oh, not glue dots. What am I talking about? Dimensionals over the top. Yep. Beautiful. And then we'll add our gorgeous bling. And then with the insert, as I said, if you want to decorate your insert, you can. I often need a lot of room to write, but it just depends on you and how much you like to write on your cards. There we go. Oh, pretty. That's actually come up really well. All right, let's add the bling. Got our gorgeous bling here. And before we add our bling, let me remind you of my special I've got running this week between Monday and Friday. Free gifts whenever you buy either of the bundles in this suite. You can either buy the traditional labels bundle or the Christmas greenery bundle, and I will give you as a free gift a quarter pack of the Traditions of Christmas specialty paper. And if you buy both bundles, you'll get the quarter pack of Traditions of Christmas specialty paper, big mouthful, plus you're going to get a full pack of the traditional sparkling gems. Sequins, not gems, which we're about to use. All right, now, these are gorgeous. And I'm just thinking, I think we need some more red in there. I've got hair caught on the adhesive here. Let's just remove that. Let's put a big red blingy bling bling up there. We'll put, actually, you know what? I'm going to put the big one down the bottom. Let's put the big one down the bottom. Let's put a couple of smaller ones at the top. Let's go here and we'll do the third. So they're 3 sizes. They're in 3 sizes and you've got the 4 different colors. There we go. What do you think? You could go crazy with that bling, with those sequins. You could add so many of them. You could add extras inside the flowers if you wanted to. And then our belly band slides off and opens the card. You could add extra DSP on the inside panels here too if you wanted to flow on from the outside. That would be really pretty. Or you can add a bit of, I'll probably add a little strip of DSP down the bottom. In fact, let's do that. Let's get some offcuts of this one. I'm going to cut a 1 centimeter strip. Hang on, let me move some things here. Running out of space. There we go. That belly band turned out really well. I think it was a great idea to change to the plaid. I really like how that looked, or looks. And I'll cut this one to 10.1 centimeters, which is the width of the insert. Oh, thanks, Tanya. I'm glad you liked it. And thanks for your help as well and your suggestions. I love it when you all get involved and help me to design my projects, especially when I'm not following a sample and I'm making it up as I go. I love having all of your help. So thank you for that. Right, so we'll add this in here and this will just give that a little bit of an extra pop. But still, this is only 1 centimeter, so it's only a tiny strip, but it still gives me a large amount to write. And I'll stamp my my Christmas greeting in here. Got all this glue everywhere. My Christmas greeting I'll stamp in there, and then I'll have a little bit of space there still to write. So there we go, and then we'll pop the belly band back on. And you've got a really easy, like that is a simple card, a simple fun fold card to create. The fiddliness was just because I had to restamp and recolor the image. But if you were just doing it from scratch, like you've seen what not to do now, what I started with. I showed you how to fix it. But that is a beautiful card. Now we also have the ones that we created last week. Now, which was the one I did last week? It was this, no, not this one. It was this one. There's another sample. That was the one I created last week. And then these two were the ones that Amber created for the event we had recently. So there are 4 beautiful cards that you can create. There's some ideas for you using the Traditions of Christmas. Sorry, that one's reflecting on the plastic a little bit. The Traditions of Christmas suite. So yeah, definitely check out that suite. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous suite. So beautiful. So, and there's my special again that I'm running this week. Okay, so yeah. But yeah, I just love this suite and I just want to keep creating with it. It's so stunning. And I think we used everything today except the embossing folder, which was used on these 2 cards. But we didn't use that today because I just wanted to do that fun fold card for you. So that I'm really happy with how that turned out. And I loved how we used the 2nd generation in the end. That really worked out well. And you know what you could do? Here's another idea. If you wanted more of that poinsettia to show, either use a smaller sentiment, or you could actually do what we did with the ribbon, is cut that image in half and just separate it slightly. And then where the gap is, you cover it with your sentiment. And then you'd see more of that poinsettia. You could also do that. Why didn't I think to do that before? But I'm glad, thanks for reminding me about the ribbon, Leslie. I'm glad I did add that in because it did just give it a little bit of something extra and just lifted it that little bit more. So there you go. All right, let's tip the camera back up face to face so I can say goodbye to you all properly. Oh, thank you, Sandra. I'm glad you like that. Thank you. Thanks, Glenda. Thanks, Leslie. All right, here we go. Let me tip the camera back up. And I'll give you a closer up look of that card. Alrighty, there we go. Oh, look, my glasses even match, except that the lights are reflecting in them. My glasses even match my brooch, my earrings, and our card today. And look, I'm matching. There you go. So isn't that gorgeous? And the belly band slides really well on there, so it didn't make it too tight. That's always the trick with when you're doing your gatefold cards and adding a belly band, is to not stick your belly band too tightly because you want it to be able to slide easily. It's nothing worse than having a tight belly band around there and struggling to get it back on your card. But how beautiful are all of those products? Like, they're just stunning. That paper is the most beautiful Christmas paper. Love it. So there you go. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Thank you for those of you watching the replay. If there's anything that I can help you with, if you need catalogs, if you want more information about any of the products, any of my events, we've got the World Card Making Day event coming up, remember. My registrations are open till the 17th for my event that I'm holding on World Card Making Day. But the Stampin' Up free event, you can register right up until the day before, which is the 3rd of October. But yeah, I'd love to have you come along to my event. And don't forget my special promotion. I will be posting this one later this evening on my business page. So you'll be able to see that, and I'll email that out as well. So have a great week, everyone. I hope you have a fantastic week and fit some crafting in there somewhere. But I look forward to seeing you all again next Monday at 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. I'll see you then. Have a great week, everyone, and happy crafting. Bye.